Before we talk baseball, let's talk about what's been going on out there tonight. You've been enjoying yourself with the group of people that have been visiting with you?
Will that be on my tombstone, the king of social media?
Why not?
I wonder. Yeah, I said, look, I just want to be in the hottest spot in the ballpark. They said, go to center field. It worked out great. No, it's really a great event. Seriously, it's just wildly popular. I walked up here. I could not believe how many people were there, mostly to see Trey Mancini, but they also stuck around for me. It is a great event. It gives people a chance to get closer, to talk to players, ask their questions, talk to the media, not just send tweets or comment on a blog. And I love the interaction. They seem to enjoy it as well. There are prizes. It's really a great event. As you can imagine, with the non-waiver trade deadline coming up, I think there's a little more interest in what I have to say right now because a lot of people are curious about what's going on. But you also get asked the standard, the favorite game you covered and things like that. But it really is a really good event. And again, it just seems so popular. When I walk up here, this place is packed. They don't care what the temperature is.
And it was made for you, Roch. You know it.
Yeah.
Let's talk some trade rumors. They're sort of coming out right now. Let's talk about the Orioles relief pitchers and the trade rumors concerning them.
Yeah, I mean, it's been reported, and I was able to get some confirmation that if they're able to swing a deal with a Zach Britton, a Brad Brock, a Darren O'Day, they've got the go-ahead to do it. That doesn't mean they're just looking to unload them, but they're certainly on the table now, and there are teams that are interested. And certainly with Britton, I've heard, Cubs, Dodgers, Astros, they seem to be the most aggressive, and they're putting packages together. Just a question of whether the Orioles are willing to pull the trigger. Let's face it, you trade from a strength, which seems like an okay idea until you step back and you're like, well, it's not a strength anymore, and we're still trying to be competitive. Nobody in that clubhouse has given up on the playoffs this year or next season. So, I mean, it's kind of tough to remove some key players to kind of look to the future, but also still try and win now. And Dan Duquette has been saying, look, we're trying to improve the team for now and the future, and that's a neat trick. But certainly the biggest haul you're going to get is for these relief pitchers. And I talked to somebody today in the clubhouse that said they'd be really surprised if Zach or Brad weren't traded. Not necessarily both of them together, though that seems to be a thing now, the whole package deal thing, but at least one of them go. But again, it just depends on that offer. The Orioles aren't looking to unload them, but they certainly have to consider offers right now. Nobody wants to leave, and like I said, no one's given up on this season. But that is the area where teams are the most interested, and Zach's probably the most interesting guy right now on the market. Teams look at him either to close, and he's available to do that again now. Buck said, if next closing situation, it's Zach's. He's ready. Or he could be a really, really good setup man if, let's say, he goes to the Dodgers or even he goes to the Cubs, where Wade Davis is a free agent after this season.
Roch, how about the rumors concerning the position players, away from the pitching staff?
Yeah, I mean, there are guys that are definitely available in trade. You're not going to get as big a return for them, but certainly a guy like Seth Smith, who's really heated up now, swinging the bat great timing. He's a guy that they could go ahead and move. He's a pending free agent. Yoon-Soo Kim never gets off the bench anymore. Clearly, if a team stepped up and had any interest there and made an offer, the Orioles would consider it. And Wellington Castillo, who's got the player option, $7 million for next year. Chance Sisco is waiting in the wings, and he's ready. And they love Caleb Joseph as well, so that's a guy as well. If they could go ahead and work a deal for him, he is available. But these aren't guys who are going to bring in a big collection of prospects in return. Otherwise, the big names, the Manny Machados, the Adam Jones, those guys, they're not on the table right now. Certainly not a Jonathan Scope. You're going to try and really build around him. If anything, you might want to try and lock him up long term. So guys like that aren't in the discussion, but the other ones are. But again, those you might just get small pieces in return.
Well, Roch, as always, we appreciate your information. Look forward to chatting with you soon again. Roch Kubatko, MASNsports.com, School of Roch.